I've been having a lot of nightmares recently. I moved into this new place, I'm starting a new life, and I've had these weird dreams in my head, terrifying me. I've woken up in the morning, drenched in my own sweat, fearing for my life as this unknown assailant murders me in my dreams.
Well, I don't hit women.
I've dreamt of shootings, drownings, stabbings, hangings. I've died in pretty much every way. And so, last night, as a last-ditch effort to perhaps ease my pain from these horrific nightmares, I watched Paul Blart Mall Cop. And I came up with the best YouTube video idea of all time. So Paul Blart Mall Cop, right? It's an American film series starring Kevin James as Fat Man, who is a security guard and loves to fall down and eat because he is Fat Man, who is clumsy. So far, there's only Paul Blart Mall Cop and Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, but it's been a few years since Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, and I personally am so excited at the possibility of a Paul Blart Mall Cop 3. And yes, I have spit hello there. You're just gonna ruin my YouTube video, aren't you? Alright, keep it going. Love you. Paul Blart Mall Cop 3 is going to be my most anticipated movie of all time to come out, just because the first two movies are instant classic 10 out of 10 films with no flaws at all. And so, after I finished watching Paul Blart Mall Cop, I was thinking to myself, what would the third movie be like? I mean, come on, he doesn't have a wife, his daughter hates him, he's a security guard. What more can he go from there? And in my brain, I kind of created a little script idea. I started to put some things together, and I created this completely serious, non-satirical Paul Blart Mall Cop 3 story idea that I'm gonna pitch to you guys today as if you were a movie theater company, a movie production company studio. Alright, I decided to put this tie on because professionalism counts, right? If you guys are gonna want to make my movie, I'm gonna have to look professional. Pretty silly, the tie's on backwards, right? I'm kind of a silly guy. Anyways, Paul Blart's gonna have cancer in Paul Blart Mall Cop 3. He's gonna be diagnosed with liver cancer.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much. I'm not sure if I want to go with heart, liver, or brain. It could really be any type of cancer, as long as it's because he's fat. I want the main theme of this movie to be that the fat is eating away at his life. Paul Blart has become so fat that his health is in jeopardy, and he's gonna die pretty soon. Paul Blart is on leave right now from his work as they've given him time off to deal with his injury, and he just got news that the cancer is terminal, and he only has about 2 months left to live. Paul Blart is horrified by this news. He has a daughter to take care of. He has a mom. Wait, no, his mom got hit by a truck in the last movie. Never mind. Paul Blart is dying. He's coming to terms with the fact that his humanity is leaving, that you only have a finite amount of time on this earth, and he wants to make a final-ditch effort to make something of himself, kind of similar to Walter White in Breaking Bad. But anyways, that's not the reason he decides to do anything. In reality, he spent a lot of money giving himself chemotherapy and getting chemotherapy for his cancer, and he's dug his family quite a hole of debt. And Paul Blart is very mad at the American healthcare system. He is pissed off that he had to spend this much money just to survive, more or less, and he's still not going to survive. His daughter, there's a scene early on in the movie where him and his daughter are talking on a bench in a park. He's staring off into the distance, obviously aware that he's going to die pretty soon. And his daughter's like, Dad, you paid for all that chemotherapy, right? And he was like, I had to take out loans, Maya. Us Blarts were blessed with having no money. I really fucked up raising you, didn't I, Maya? I'm sorry. And so Maya's like, well, how are we going to pay it back? And Blart's like, I'm not going to make you pay it back. You're a college student. You're already in debt. I'll find a way to do this. I'm going to use my skills as a mall cop to get back at the American healthcare system for doing this to me. And I am going to prove a point that the system is flawed, and I'm also going to use my mall cop skills to get money to do this again. Paul Blart turns. He's thinking to himself, what can I possibly do? I'm fat. I'm diabetic. I'm a loser. I'm single. I'm a father. How can I do all of this? How am I going to make the money to get the debt removed from my family history? And the answer, he thinks about it for a while, stares up to the side, he looks at the camera. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. Paul Blart is shooting a shot to America's core. This is a political commentary movie about Paul Blart ruining the system, proving it's corrupt, proving that we need to fix our healthcare system, fix our government system, and treat our people with mental and weight disabilities much better off. No satire at all.
When nothing is clear, but thoughts of me.
So Paul Blart is going to steal the Declaration of Independence. He's using his security protocol and his police officer training to get in there. And he actually does it. There's a scene where he falls down inside the... where's the Declaration of Independence kept? The George Washington's house? Yeah, let's just go with George Washington's house. He falls down a couple times in George Washington's house. The security guards almost kill him, but he manages to outwit him with his superior hiding skills and his massive unit size. Anyways, he steals the Declaration of Independence. He's out of there. He's gone. Paul Blart becomes a ghost. No one knew he was this good at anything, unless you've seen the first two movies, because he's manages to take out a terrorist organization in both of those movies. Paul Blart does. Even his daughter doesn't know where Paul Blart's at. The police come and interrogate her. She's like, I don't know. Dad didn't tell me any of this. He's out on his own. He's going crazy. I want Paul Blart to be like Rambo. He's just a whisper in the wind, a complete ghost. And the FBI's freaking out. They're like, this complete stranger has a Declaration of Independence. When they get a video, it's Paul Blart. It's Paul Blart's Declaration. He's like, I got the Declaration of Independence. He's acting all silly because he's Kevin James. He's like, I'm getting pretty hungry. I might have to eat this pretty soon if you guys don't give me money. And they're like, oh my god, he's so fat, he's gonna eat the Declaration of Independence. And Paul Blart's like, I just want you to pay off my debt, please. I'm in crippling debt, please pay it off. And they're like, shit, we can't do that. But then we'd be giving in to terrorist actions. We can't simply let people live for free. We've gotta show him that the system does work. And it's the anti-organization versus the organization. And the FBI is thinking, what are we gonna do? How are we going to stop Paul Blart? All of a sudden, they hear a voice echo from the back of the room. The voice says, actually, I've been in this situation before. Turn around. It's Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is standing in the back of the room, and he looks up and he says, my name is Benjamin Gates, and I stole the Declaration of Independence. I can't figure out what voice to do for Nicolas Cage. I don't, he's like, I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Nicolas Cage. No, it's more Donald Trump. I'm Ben Gates. I stole the Declaration of Independence. And they're like, they're right. They're like, he's right. He did steal it. We're gonna use him to get him back. And Nicolas Cage is like, I know what they think like. I know what people like Paul think like. I was also fat as a kid, and I stole the Declaration. I'll find him for you easy. And now it's a cat and mouse chase game. Nicolas Cage knows about Kevin James. He knows where he's at. He goes after Paul Blart to his core. And there's a chase scene where he almost catches him, but Paul is just able to slip out. Literally slip out. He slips down a gutter because he buttered his entire body up with actual butter. It's a pretty funny scene because he's fat, and fat people eat a lot. So he slipped down the gutter, escaped from Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage is like, damn, I know where he's going, though. He's going... So at this point, Paul Blart knows that he reached his match, and he's nearing the end of his line. His illness is catching up with him. He's coughing up blood. Paul is nearing death soon. So he's thinking to himself, this is it. But I've got to throw in this last-ditch effort to prove my point and to get my debt removed. I need to call up an old friend. Types in a little number on his cellular device that he kept stored in his ass crack. He removes the phone from his ass, points it in a few numbers, and gives it a call. He says, hey, is this Dom? Yeah, Paul Blart here. I need to throw in that one favor you owe me. All of a sudden, immediately after, a bunch of Ferraris come pulling up. It's the Fast and the Furious gang, dude. Paul Blart served with the Fast and the Furious gang. He was so epic, and he's such a badass. They went through police training together, and Dom Toretto owes Blart a favor because, I don't know, some bullshit. Let's just say Blart bought him some alcohol when he was under 21 or something like that. So, it's officially Paul Blart and the Fast and the Furious gang versus Nicolas Cage and the FBI. Paul Blart Mall Cop 3. Too fast, too treacherous. That's such a good title. And how the movie ends, well, I haven't quite gotten to that part yet. I think I want Paul Blart to die. I want the last shot of the movie to be Paul Blart laying on the ground spread eagle as his illness finally takes him over. As the camera slowly pans up, a drop of blood comes down from his nose. And all of a sudden, right before the screen cuts, you hear him say, "I need sugar." And then the movie ends. Probably with a fart sound effect also. Let's throw a fart sound effect in there too. Well, that's it. That's the end of the movie. I'm still not sure whether I want the hero of Paul Blart to prevail or if I want the organization to shut him down. It's a happy ending versus a dark ending. What do you guys think? Wow, this video is bad. I apologize for my lack of uploads recently. I've been moving in here. I'm starting a new year of college. It's a pretty intense situation for me. But I'm going to try to keep up with uploads. I have been uploading basically weekly since January this year, late January, and I'm very proud of myself for that. I think I've made some really good videos, and I'm proud of this video too, or I should be when I'm done editing it. Thank you guys for sticking around. I will have more videos coming your way soon. I have another good idea I want to work on that should be out in about a week or two, and thank you so much for your loyalty. Love you. Bye-bye.